So, right, BAA. For those of you who don't know about the British APL Association, just a quick introduction. What do we do? Well, we promote APL and all the other array languages, or we certainly try to. Until, I suppose, 18 months ago, actually, we produced the Vector book. Some of you will have seen it in the past. We've not been so good at that recently, but I'll come back to that in a minute. We sponsor various events. We meet up, we network, and with Phil, there he is, down the bottom, we drink beer. He's agreeing, so there we are. So what's going to be happening now? We've gone through a number of stages in recent months. We've all been very busy. We've not been able to do the Vector as we've done in the past. We've struggled to get things done and keep things up to date. So from the AGM we had earlier in the year, we decided to make some changes and try and make ourselves more proactive and reactive to what's going on in the community and make the BAA sort of much more of a group which people can come to and get help, advice, and post things on websites, etc. So the first thing, the most important thing, is our Vector book, which has been in publication now for 25 odd years. We're now going to make the Vector magazine go online. We're hoping that this will allow us to be faster, get the articles up more quickly, and we're going to allow people to self-author, which means if anybody does want to publish an article, you'll be able to do that yourself, post your article up onto the site, and then we will then check it, verify it, review it, and then hopefully put it up for you. There'll also be a portal for the sustaining members, which will allow them to do the same, but also they can post their own events, news, and articles relating to their various products if they have them, or other information they want to show. So we're hoping that that'll make life a lot easier for everybody, reduce our workload, and also by making the Vector online, it's going to be a lot cheaper, because with printing, production, postage, it was becoming a very expensive as well as time-consuming exercise. So that expense, fingers crossed, will be removed from our organization. That's Vector. I'll show you the new Vector website, hopefully in a few minutes. As I'm speaking, they're actually changing the site and modifying it. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to see, but hey, it'd be interesting for all of us. Now, because we are able now to reduce our costs, and we're not producing a Vector magazine in hard print, we're going to change the membership fees to belong to the British APL Association. It'll now become free. So anybody can sign up, register, and there'll be no charges at all. Unfortunately, sustaining members, they still have a fee, because that's where most of our revenue will be coming from. So if anybody isn't a member of the BAA, now is your chance to get in, and please do. The more the merrier, and as I said, it's now free. So as I sort of hinted at just now, the other things we're changing are the websites. BritishAPLAssociation.org is our main front-end website for the organization as a whole. There we will put general information up, events, news, articles, well, not so much articles, but events and news, and other information relating to the community. And we encourage everybody to have a look and also participate. Let us know if you want things to go in, come out, supply things to us to go in if you can. And vector.org.uk. That's the original site where all of the Vector information used to be posted, and we're now changing that to a new front end, as I said, fingers crossed. And again, you will be in due course, if you wish, be able to put your own publications up, your own articles up yourself, without us being that involved. And the final slide on the what's happening is we are going to be having a conference. I think a conference is the right word, next year. We're going to organize it in London. It'll be a one-day event. I'm hoping that we can do it at no charge. It might be longer than a day. We'll see how things go, but at the moment we're planning it to be 1 day, and we're going to hold it, if all goes well, in the RSA building in their auditorium, and I'll show you a picture of that in a minute. So more news about that will be coming through over the coming weeks. That'll be going up on the websites, so hopefully you'll be able to see what we're doing, and even better, you'll be able to come along and join us. So, yeah, keep your eyes open and see what happens. And this is another one for Phil, really. Next month, the BAA London group, they meet every month in the Hoop and Grapes, beer. And it's their 10th anniversary, I believe. Is that right? It is. Good. So next month, Hoop and Grapes in London, 10th anniversary. So I think a round of applause for Phil, one of the key organisers. Which date, Phil? Which date is it? Last Friday of the month.
Announcement on Dyalog forums.
I can actually, touch wood, I can show you on the website in a minute because it's on there. But it's normally the last Friday of the month. Last Friday in November, and it's...
I did kind of ask people for ideas about what we could do, but nothing's been forthcoming, so we probably drink.
You probably drink. Okay. So suggestions to Phil for anything we should do, and if you haven't got any suggestions, it'll be drinking beer. So there we are. So I was correct in my brackets beer. So thank you for listening. I mean, that's really all I had to say about the BA, just trying to keep you in touch with what's going on. I'll just show you very quickly the website so you can see them. The Vector website is very new. It's still going through many transformations and changes. And as I said, at this moment in time, I'm not even quite sure what we're going to see. So there's a lot of functionality which is yet to be built for it, particularly the part where you can put your own articles up. But I'll give you a flavor of what it is we're going to be doing. And fingers crossed, we'll see something useful. So first of all, this is the old Vector website, which... Hang on.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
You did something.
I didn't do anything, honestly.
something.
I didn't. It wasn't me. I didn't touch it. It wasn't me.
Did you look at it funny?
I didn't look at it funny. It was fine. It was going well. And then suddenly,
Yeah.
hey, there we
Look
go.
at it.
I don't look at it. I'm not going to touch it. It wasn't me. Okay, this is the old Vector website. Many of you, or some of you at least, will have seen this in the past. And it just shows us all of those volumes. We're up to 26.4 has been in publication. 27.1 is now going out on the website. But this is the old site. Okay. I shall tiptoe toward the machine. This is the new site. So I'm going to just navigate around a little bit, and as I said, we'll keep our fingers crossed. As you can see, very different format, very much geared up for showing articles and all the rest of it. The navigation has still got to be worked on, and as I said, the ability to put up your articles is yet to be done. But if I look at the current publication, it worked, blimey. We have now for 27.1, these are the articles which have been written and have yet actually to be approved by the authors, which is one of the reasons why this site hasn't actually gone live. There's some information up there which is not actually quite correct. At the moment, all the articles are by Elias, who's been working on this. That will change, and there'll be photographs of the authors and so forth in due course. But if I pick this one, which is Tamstats, hope, Stephen, you don't mind me showing you this, showing people it. This is the article he wrote probably quite a while ago, I suspect. But they've done a lot of work on the styling and getting the APL to show and render properly. And this is a typical sort of article and the way it'll be displayed and shown in the future. And if we look at past publications, and keep my fingers crossed, the headings aren't quite right yet either, but never mind. You can go through and see other articles which have been published, not just for APL, but for, as I tried to say earlier on, we try to cover as many of the array languages as we can. And there you go. So that's all I want to say about the Vector website for the moment, other than just to remind you that it is early days. This will be going out in the next, hopefully, couple of weeks or so, be going live. And we'll be building the functionality, hopefully quickly, as time progresses. This is the new British APL Association website. The announcement on the front is going into a bit more detail about the announcement I've just made. And you can see we have latest news, what's going on, and some information about APL, and there's lots of other things in there as well. What is APL and so forth. And you can play with this to your heart's content if you so desire. So the aim here is to make it a bit more modern, a bit more responsive, and to keep it up to date. One of the big criticisms we had was the old sites were hopelessly out of date. We hope now we can change that, and so it should be showing and displaying up-to-the-minute information. And that will come from yourselves and the other sustaining members. If you've got something to say, let us know, and we can put it on the website pretty quickly. And my final thing, just to show you, is for the conference I'm hoping to organize for probably May of next year, first week, maybe second week of May. We're going to try and do it in the RSA building, the auditorium, and this is what it looks like. It's in one of the old tunnels. It's actually built on top of an old cobbled London street, and this tunnel used to go to the Thames. I'm not quite sure what they used it for, but there we go. It's quite old, and it's all been refurbished, so it's rather cool. So I'm hoping we'll be able to do that. I'm hoping we'll be able to live stream some of the sessions we'll be holding, and with a bit of luck, if I can collar Jason over there, he can deal with the streaming for us. We'll see. I'll speak to Morton about that first. Oh no, it's too late, I've done it. Anyway, there we are. That's me pretty much done. Thank you for listening. Any questions? I'm very happy to take questions if there are any. Excellent. No questions? In which case, yeah, we're about on time. I'll hand over to Tom.